So, guys, look, I'm glad you guys tuned into the show. Y'all already see what's going on pre-show. We trying to get the show up and going. And my guest today, she's just acting up already. That's how the people from UT act. I don't know. I'm not saying that. I didn't say it out loud. But let me get carried on to the show, okay? Y'all see, I got.
Well, we shouldn't say, you talking about UT. Well, are we going to bring up D9 up in here? Or what are we doing?
We could do that too.
Okay.
Who you part of? Okay, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into. Let me let me get my sponsors together and let me shout out some people that that they do some great things in the community. Much love, first and foremost. Welcome to the show. This is Culturally Distinct by your boy DJ KO. Thank you guys for tuning back in. You guys are a lovely crowd. A lovely crowd. I love you guys. I thank you guys for tuning in, telling a friend to tell a friend what we do over here. We're doing some great things and we're gonna continue to do it as long as you support. Much love to one of my sponsors. Here we go. 605 Adult Beverages. You probably don't want this. This right here is an adult beverage. Adult. I'm going to put parentheses around adult. It's an infused beverage, basically alcohol infused with THC. It tastes just like a Long Island iced tea, but not as strong. But you can use it for a daiquiri. You can use it for a nice little summer day beverage. Shout out to them. They sponsor the podcast, also Red Core Universe. They're one of my corporate sponsors. Also, they make Culturally Distinct, not just domestic here in the United States, but we everywhere. We on Tubi. You remember Tubi got them movies that the words don't match up with their mouth, or it's just a weird. Everybody in the background, you got homeboy in the background chilling, and Anyway, we on Tubi too, so don't do that. Anyway, also I got my Pure Hustle hat on. Shout out to Larry Brooks.
Shout out to Larry Brooks.
Larry, I saw you the other night. I can't tell you where I saw you at, but we just saw each other in these Houston streets. Houston is so big but so small. But shout out to you guys, man. Look, I want to give you guys a hand clap for that. So, today, man, we got a special guest in the building. Yeah, special. I said special. I ain't gonna do that to you. Everybody that comes up here is special, I love it. This sister is, well, I'm going to get into where you're from and everything. I know you went to UT in Austin and everything, It's not rare that you see someone, go to UT, but, we have somebody in the building. So I like everybody to welcome to the show Miss Tracee Seals. Hey.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
appreciate it.
I thank you for coming through. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's been a busy day. It's been productive, but, I'm blessed and highly favored, as we say.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's old school. That's how you know somebody was raised right when they come up with that introduction. Either they was raised right or you get a run from them because they're trying to sell you something. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to run from me because my knee's not good at all.
So, Tracee, tell the people a little bit about yourself. Where you from, first of all?
Sure. I am a native Houstonian. I always tell people it depends on which parent worked late. My dad was a civil engineer for the Southern Pacific Railroad. My mom was a pharmacist. So I was raised between 3rd Ward and South Park.
Oh, okay.
I am a Jack Yates alumni.
Oh, are you? Okay. Mm-hmm. So you are Houston, like deep in depth Houstonian.
I am. If anyone comes to Houston, I can tell them historical facts about Houston, bring them fast forward to, things that used to be very pillars in the community and how it's changed through gentrification and things of that nature. So
I was going to ask you, because you originally 3rd Ward, 3rd Ward always been 3rd Ward, but now 3rd Ward is more of a entertainment community type of sort of. It used to be business, right?
3rd Ward, well, actually, back in the early 70s, all the way from OST Grids and Calhoun, all the way to Scott Street and 45, it was predominantly business, but you're right, it was a lot of entertainment all the way from where behind Jack Jace, that used to be a big entertainment venue.
Okay.
All the way on Grids and Cullen. We used to have the Savoy Theater over there where I first saw Cornbread Earl and Me.
Okay. Now you taking it back. Jeez, Cornbread. Oh, wow. Dang, I ain't hear that name in a long time. Okay. So you're part of, well, 3rd Ward is a historical place, isn't it?
Yeah, you have a lot of areas in Third Ward that are very historical, all the way kind of bordering on Fourth Ward, where there's still cobblestone streets
Yeah.
and brick roads. Shout out to the Fifth Ward Urban Development Enrichment. They're kind of trying to preserve a lot of things over there in the area, especially with developers coming in and kind of gentrifying Third Ward. But there's different agencies, especially with the Emancipation Center, just really trying to keep the upkeep and the value and
Hmm.
letting Third Ward be Third Ward.
Yeah, the good thing, I don't know if a lot of people know this in Houston, and I'm not from Houston, but when I first moved here, the main strip that went from north to south was Dowling, but they changed the name to Emancipation,
Yes,
right? And then they started building the museums in the Third Ward area, and like you said, if you pay attention to some places, you could tell they are historic. But a lot of people don't really pay attention, especially people younger. They don't really pay attention to that. They're trying to get to the spot.
that's right. They try and get to the lounges. They try and get to Sakai.
Right, right. You know what I'm saying? So I want to stay there for a second. What is the difference you think right now between then and now, Third Ward?
Real, to be honest with you, so like one of my past co-workers and I we were coming from an event in NASA, and I'm like, I'm gonna take you through where I grew up in Third Ward. So we went to 3306 Hadley, my grandmother's old house, and where there's literally a church on every corner, because that's what we did in Third Ward, church
Yeah.
on every corner. And then as we kind of ventured going towards emancipation, you saw the urban development, you saw the high rises or the duplexes, and I told him, I said, because of family values,
Right.
I feel that a lot of family values aren't instilled and passed down from generation to generation. And that's where we come as, as people of color and BIPOC people of color, where we talk about generational curses and generational versus generational wealth, where people are not trying to get beyond the stigmatization of generational curses to even get to the generational wealth.
Right, right. You think so? You think that's a correlation? Having a generational curse, you can't get to generational wealth.
Definitely, definitely.
Really?
Because in our community, we don't go see therapists. We go see the preacher.
Oh, you trying to get heavy? So hello. So all right. So now, so one thing I learned about therapy and going to church, you can have both.
As of late, you can, but back then you
Yeah,
couldn't.
yeah. Is
You
it
know,
yeah.
they what they're gonna do? Lay hands on you, get some olive oil, and put on your forehead,
Yep.
and we're gonna pray it away.
Shout out to the old school preachers, man. Cause I've been sanctified and laid out on the floor, faking like one eye open, like, oh, they still watching. You know how you used to do it back in the day. Y'all know that. So, so, so
I'm laughing because I did that.
I'm telling you, everybody did it. If you
Are
went
they
to
doing
church,
it?
like, can I get up? And then when he's praying for you, you trying to not go down. Be like, come on, bro.
Yes.
Come on, bro. But no, that's funny you say that, because now, especially in the last couple of the years, that we actually do go to therapy. Well, a lot of black women go to therapy. Men just started doing it.
Exactly. And I think the reason why men have incorporated therapeutic services into their daily life is because they're realizing that it's not taboo anymore.
Right.
That they get something out of it. It's an added value. And also they're being encouraged by the women in their lives. And I always say this, if you're in a relationship with that person and you love that person and you're equally yoked with that person, you're going to want to do everything that's going to have sustainability and scalability in that relationship. And if therapy is what it's going to be, then that's what needs to happen.
So
I'm single,
okay, all right.
but
All right, okay. Because you use the term say equally yoked. So I'm gonna use, for people that don't know what equally yoked means. That means basically y'all have chemistry.
yes,
Because some people, that's church lingo.
yes.
And nowadays, some days.
I'm a preacher's kid, so
Oh, you're a PK.
yes.
Oh, okay. No wonder you using all these terms. I got a Bible here somewhere. Look, I got to dust it off. It's over there somewhere, right? Everything is digital now. No, but I wanna fast forward, because you said something earlier about people of color, right? And speaking of people of color, I want to segue a little bit. Today, actually, if you didn't know, Kamala Harris was here, right? And I want a black woman's opinion on this. I don't want you to be biased.
I won't be.
Don't be biased, all right? I just want your opinion on this because one much love to Sheila Lee Jackson for all the efforts she did, in the community, and being a congresswoman, just all everything that needed to be said, she said it on behalf of us for Congress. So she passed last week. So Kamala Harris was here in Houston paying her respects. And speaking of Kamala Harris, she's running for president. How do you feel about that?
I feel
Honestly.
I honestly feel that it's time.
Mm.
I feel that the torch was handed to her in the right moments.
Okay.
There has been some items that was stated, as of late about which part of her ethnicity does she claim. But like I had explained to someone earlier, because she asked me what I was, she said, I look exotic. And I said, well, even though I'm born in this country and I'm probably third generation born in this country,
Okay.
But that's not my culture. And America is probably the only country of all the countries that we have that identifies us as black or white.
Correct.
They don't identify us as
It's
our
American.
culture.
Yeah. Or African. African or either American.
Exactly.
Unless you are from that country.
Exactly. So I feel that, it's to your question that it's time. We have for decades, centuries, led this country, and they always talk about this experiment in the hands of males. And I'm going somewhere with this.
Okay.
I'm going somewhere
ready.
with this.
I'm ready.
And it's time to let a woman be at the helm of things. And the reason why I say this, because the place where I just left, I was a woman at the helm of things.
Okay.
The first woman in this organization's existence at the helm of things. And they saw how letting a woman be at the helm of things, how much money was brought in, how program was done, how much exposure we got. And now that I'm no longer there, it's chaos.
Okay. And we're going to get to that. But I just want to answer. I want to ask, because every time a sister comes up here, I got to ask her these questions. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, not just people, but women, sometimes have it. We're in that, what is it called? That alpha female era.
Yeah.
Right? So I can do everything. I don't need, all this, right? So I'm like, come on, man, stop. So I wanted to ask you that question. My next question. In terms of, do you think a woman can lead a country?
I think so. And the reason why I say this is because before, and kind of what you're talking about, alpha females, if you look at some of the females that have that alpha female persona, that we're not emotional as other females that don't have the alpha female
So you're
persona.
alpha female?
I am.
Ooh, okay.
I am. I have
Shout
a
out to the
friend.
alpha females,
I have
all
a friend. Shout out to Cece, who she wrote an excerpt about me in her book as being an alpha female. Like I had a conversation with my good friend Bridget earlier today about me being dysphoric. And then she said, "Well, what does that mean?" I said, "I have been clinically diagnosed as being dysphoric."
Okay.
And so, what to your audience, what dysphoric means is basically, in layman's terms, can I curse?
Yeah, you could curse, girl. Come on, we grown.
That I just on a daily basis, when I wake up to the time I close my eyes, I give zero fucks about certain things that I can't control.
Okay, so you have a personality basically saying that this doesn't matter as much as it should, or as much as others put emphasis on.
Exactly. If I can't control it, it's very minute to me.
Got you.
So that comes from business relationships, personal relationships, financial situations. If I can't control it, why am I going to stress out about it? I don't care.
Got you. So since you talk about business, and you spoke about you was at a business at an organization, and you was the helm of that organization. I want to get into what you got going on now, but I want to go from where you came from to where you're going now. So you want to talk about?
Absolutely. So
Don't name no names now. Don't name no names.
Oh, I'm not going to name any names.
If you want to, you can.
But they know me.
Okay.
But actually, I'm in the nonprofit sector. I did not start it off in the nonprofit sector. When I graduated from UT.
Where's that?
In Austin.
Oh, I thought that was in Tennessee somewhere.
No, UT Austin.
Okay, I'm
The
sorry.
Longhorns.
University of Texas.
University of
For
Texas.
clarification.
Yes, I did not, have the opportunity to go to HBCU.
How you went to Yates right there on the same campus as TSU and then go to? I don't.
Well, because let me tell you, let me get there.
Okay.
Let me take you on
I'm
this
sorry.
journey.
I'm sorry.
Let me take you on this journey. So, because my mom was being ghetto and she was like, I'm trying to send this girl to this, this pre-K school. You about to go to school. So she changed my birth certificate. So I started school when I was 4 years old.
Oh, okay. So you was young, really?
Yeah.
Young. Okay.
So I started school when I was 4 years old. And by the time I graduated from Yates, I was 15, about to be 16 like the next year.
Oh, you was real young.
I was tired of school. Even though I did have a scholarship to go to HBCU, I sat out 2 years, so I forfeited that scholarship. But academically, I was super smart. So I started taking some classes at HTC. And then when I applied again, I had opportunity to go to college, and I chose UT because I wanted to get far, far away from my family because they are crazy.
That's 2 hours. Far. Well, I'm thinking you're going to Utah, Colorado, somewhere.
Well,
Really?
I tried that. My mom slammed the door in the recruiter's face. I tried to go to Coast Guard Academy.
Oh, okay.
So once I got there, I kind of buckled down. I graduated again early. I was on the dean's list every year I was there.
Okay.
And then I come from family educators. So I thought I was going to go be a teacher like everybody else in the family. I learned very quickly I did not like other people's kids. So
That makes sense.
I was like, yeah, we're going to do something different with our lives.
Okay.
And I went into healthcare.
Okay.
I saw, people in my family that weren't doing great in their health. And I was like, how can I be that change agent? So went on to be a nurse, went on to be an orthopedic PA, ran cadaver clinics, got into adult education.
Oh, you want to make some money.
Yeah.
Okay.
So got into adult education, and then an opportunity came for me to spearhead a startup school. So then I did that, moved to the East Coast. I was gone for like 10 years, up and down the East Coast, some of these programs. They let someone come in that mismatched the money. School got closed. He got to come back to Texas.
Wow. Okay.
So I worked as a lecturer for the Houston Community College, but then an opportunity came for me to get into a nonprofit as a healthcare educator. So then once I got into nonprofit, I found my niche of servitude.
Okay.
And it kind of fast forwarded me to educate myself in everything nonprofit, but then what was the nonprofit that I wanted to really work at that had impact in the community, and basically my community.
Right. So okay, I know you said a lot right there, but I'm gonna try to break it down. So, being an orthopedic PA, right, doing that for 10 years on the East Coast, living your life, single,
Yes.
acting up,
Bad.
outside.
Outside.
So got the opportunity to start a school.
Yeah.
It was an orthopedic school, right?
It was for surgical technology.
All right, so to teach kids or teach adults or what?
Surgical services.
All right, so got closed down because the grant got mishandled.
Yes.
Money got mishandled. Came back home. Right. So you were still outside when you came back home?
I had a pinky toe outside.
Oh, you was barely outside. Okay.
I was barely outside.
Okay, but at this age range, you was like in your mid adult ages or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, you got through the young part, not really young, but mid adult ages of your life.
I mean,
At this point.
kind of sort of. I'm kind of like older than what I really look right now.
Okay.
But yeah.
Because you was young doing that. Not young, but you was mid age.
Yeah.
So-
I was probably like in my 30s.
So started a nonprofit here. So you left the nonprofit.
So yeah, I left that nonprofit because I was gonna have to choke somebody and go to jail.
So it was conducive for your
Yes.
mental health.
Yes.
Right. So, but I'm saying, but why is that? Is that because of not because of the internal stuff what goes on? I'm saying because of your experience.
Yeah, because being a person I am and being like I said, come from family education is important. And as a BIPOC person, basically a BIPOC woman, I was always taught that knowledge is something they can never take from you.
Right.
So
That is
when I
true.
got into the nonprofit sector, I wanted to learn everything nonprofit. I would work for companies that, for professional development, you would have the opportunity to like go take certain classes and they'll pay for them. Like, now I don't pay for myself because I don't want to be bogged down by you saying, oh, you got to stay here because we paid for this for you. I'm good. I'm paying for everything myself.
Got you. I got you. That makes sense. That makes sense. So that leads us to this point now where you have Disrupt Gives.
Yes.
So for the people, I don't want to spoil the fun for the people, so I'm going to let you do that. What is Disrupt Gives?
So Disrupt Gives is a nonprofit that oversees social services for individuals in multifamily communities. Multifamily is apartment communities.
Okay.
So basically what we do is we provide rental assistance, financial literacy, workforce development, and adult literacy courses for them. And what we want to do is just kind of keep them from being unhoused.
Okay, so these are misplaced people, or what are they?
No, they're not misplaced. They are renters in multifamily units, but we want to make sure that they can continue to rent. So maybe they had some type of financial hardship.
Okay.
Fell in hard times. A lot of individuals, they have been misplaced from their jobs, or they may have some situations where their health, and they may need rental assistance for like a one time, or they may need rental assistance for multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And how it came about like after COVID.
Okay.
So it was sought after that the monies that were coming from this at the state and federal level weren't really helping individuals, and it wasn't helping them to get on a stability track.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of individuals were misusing those funds.
Absolutely. I can tell. There was you. Well,
yeah, them PPP loans.
So I know about it. Yeah, I know about
so
it.
they were misusing the monies, and then it made people nomadic. They're hopping from apartment community to apartment community with not any stability in sight.
So what type of individuals are this? Is this low income? Is this impoverished? Is this a certain demographic? What is
It's
this?
all. So you have individuals from low income. You have individuals from who are six-figure earners, but they might have gotten outsourced from their job. You have individuals who have mental illness. You have individuals who may have moved in because they're seeking asylum from being from a domestic violence or sexual assault situation. So broad span spectrum of individuals from black, white, Hispanic, wherever.
So why you wanted to get into this at this point in your life?
Again,
because you made some money.
Yeah.
As a PA, I don't know if y'all know, a physician assistant, they make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And you on the East Coast? Oh, you was making a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
So from that to this.
Well, from being a PA, it's like I miss my son growing up.
Okay.
It's like once I started, he was 2. I turned around, he was like taller than me. I'm like, ooh, where did the years go by? And, while the doctors are with their wives and mistresses, I'm doing all the rounds. I'm doing everything.
Yeah, you working, yeah.
And just being on the receiving end of being someone who had to get rental assistance,
okay.
had to seek out services and had to, become stable because, divorce is real.
Absolutely.
Well, I remember when I told my son's father, we breaking up. He was like, "Are you sure that's what you want to do?"
It's rough out here.
I came home, the furniture and everything was gone.
Oh. Man, he was real. He was
yeah.
serious.
He was like, "Oh, I'm like, you didn't must buy that, sir. Bring it back."
But that's real though, and like say, I'm gonna go back to that, but to talk about the marriage thing and the relationship thing. People think singlehood is easy, especially if they've been in a relationship for a long period of time.
Yeah.
And then they get out of it. I could do better by myself. Okay.
Yeah, not really. Not do 2 incomes.
Right. That matter.
They do matter. Like when they say it's a lifestyle change, it is a lifestyle change. You go back to saying how much money I made and everything, and also even coming from investing monies into certain businesses and certain spectrums of just create generational wealth, what we talked about.
Yeah.
That's gone.
Yeah.
Because now you're starting over.
Yeah.
You're trying. I was put on child support.
Because
I was making money.
Yeah, you was the breadwinner.
And when I got that letter from HR saying I was about to have my wage garnishes, I had a whole anxiety attack. I was like in the corner rocking. What?
Like in church, right? In the pew, right? So I want to ask that. I want to ask that question because a lot of women will be watching this, right? And a lot of women that I know are independent alpha, and they make money, right?
Yeah.
They make bank, but you had that same opportunity, right? And it was, it was taken from you,
Yeah.
right? And you had to adjust.
Yes.
You have a son, right? It's you. You have to adjust. Even though you're home, you have some support, but still you have to adjust. What is your word to say to women that potentially going through that, or if they go through that, like how did you manage to overcome that?
I mean, I would say anyone, you have a good support system. Like I had a great support system. They couldn't support me financially. I mean, my dad, helped me out financially, but don't be afraid to reinvent yourself.
Okay.
Because people's like, well, how did you go from healthcare to going back to teaching or something like that? I'm like, I was not afraid to reinvent myself,
Right. Right.
and also to stop making other people happy. And that's how we kind of go back to me being dysphoric. I was always trying to do stuff to make other people happy, but I wasn't making Tracee happy.
Do you think God put you in that position to do that? I'm saying, do you think that God put you in those steps to say, okay, well, I'm gonna put you here, but I'm gonna lead you here. But you have to go through this to get to that point.
Yeah, I mean, God orders our steps every day.
Okay.
And that's when God does his best work, and when we down and out and vulnerable. But we have to allow him in.
Uh-oh, is he preaching? All right.
Hey, don't put me on the pulpit because we'll be here all day.
Now look, I ain't got no money for the collection plate. All right.
Cash app and sell.
That's a new thing, right?
But no, that's what happens to us, and that's when God, you have to let him come in, and you have to also let God intervene in your life and show you that he's God.
Right.
But it also helps when we have other people praying for us too.
Got you.
And that's why I would tell people, like, say, what you need. I'm like, just pray for me. I'm gonna work it out.
Yeah, that makes sense. But at the same time, I could tell that you experienced some things. I could tell that you did some therapy, because now you're becoming aware. That's another thing. See, a lot of us, I won't say us, a lot of us, you know what I'm saying? We're not accountable or aware of what's going on at all, right? So we blame somebody else, either dealing with a job, dealing with relationships, dealing with someone, whatever. We're not accountable. So kudos for you for that. So let me ask you this: what is the future for Disrupt Gives?
So the future for Disrupt Gives is basically expanding our reach, expanding our impact to serve more people.
Okay.
Like, for instance, this weekend, we're having what I call the Texas Takeover.
Okay.
And it's a back-to-school event where we're targeting two places in Houston, San Antonio. We're also going to be in Austin on Saturday. So it's like expanding that reach and that impact, just so people just not know who we are, but know that they can come to us if they need those assistance or whatever. And if it's something that I can't do, I have a referral network.
Okay.
That I can point people into the right direction. I don't do wraparound services or anything like that, but I can point you into that person that can help you. And also, sometimes people, they just need someone to listen to them.
Right. That is true. Because we are so busy. We are a busy society. And
Excuse me.
sometimes, like, for instance, like me, I'm so busy listening to people, like, on a podcast. In real life, I'm like, leave me alone. Right?
Because I talk on the phone all day. I'm talking to corporate partners, sponsors trying to, it's a nonprofit trying to get money in.
Right.
When I get home, like, I don't talk to people. Like, don't call me. And my phone goes off at 9 o'clock. Like, please don't ring my phone.
That's peace. That's a self peace too. You know what I'm saying? You're giving everybody your time, and you got to make time for yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people that, if you can't understand that.
And that's one also the beauty things about being a nonprofit is having a work-life balance. And that's so much important. Like, people are like, well, you're always busy, you're on the go. I said, but what's the old saying that if you doing something you love, you never work a day in your life.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I love going to galas every weekend. Really? I love meeting people, yes. I love, hosting events and doing stuff like that. It's fun to me.
So you think this is your passion?
It is. I
Okay.
think this is where, at this point, where God has, has led me to do, and I mean, I'm gonna retire from being in the nonprofit world.
Okay. That makes sense. So, how can people donate? How can companies donate?
This is how you can donate. You about to donate? You about to pull out your phone? And
Yeah,
donate?
I'm about to Zelle you right now.
Well, you can't Zelle it. You gotta go to the.
Why can't I Zelle it?
You gotta go to the website. We take Apple Pay and all them good things.
I don't have Apple Pay. Go ahead.
Google Pay. Okay, it's www.disruptgives.com. It's a donate button at the top. You can click on it. He play too much.
Disruptgives.com.
Yes, that's where you can donate. You can learn about what we do.
Okay.
You can learn about our services. Yeah, you can learn about our upcoming events. We have a amazing blog that's on our website that kind of
Okay.
gives information, just to the community, to moms. Yeah, and that's how you can get involved.
Before we get out of here, I want you to give a testimonial. Testimonial of, since you've been in the nonprofit space, give me a testimonial of something that either touched your heart or touched someone else's heart that,
You want me to cry on this podcast?
Hey, ma'am, look, if you want to cry, you can do it. It's okay.
um,
It's a safe space.
so I would say, since I have transitioned into the nonprofit space, I have come across some amazing people, some just people who have brought joy into my life. Just not coworkers, but clients and stuff like that. I remember we were doing this event, and it's around domestic violence and people who've lost their lives to domestic violence. It was at not this agency I currently work for, but a former agency, and it was made to be a somber event, and just kind of these two parents that came, and their daughter, they witnessed their daughter being unalived on FaceTime with them when she was asking, she was, her mom was like, I'm on my way.
Yeah.
And she was, on the phone with her the whole time. And when I met the parents when they came to this event, just to hear their story, but to hear them saying that, we're going to continue to advocate for other people of DV until we die. And I was like, why would she say, till they die like that? Because the mom was terminal with cancer.
Wow. Okay.
And she only had, weeks left. But in those upcoming weeks until she died, she and her partner were out there letting everybody know her daughter's story.
Wow. Okay. Until she died, literally.
Yeah, until she died.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So that's something that's going to stick with you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's a heavy story. I'm glad you didn't cry because I was going to cry too right now. I'm in a space right now where people cry, I start crying.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
You're an empath.
Yeah. I want to feel what you feel.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
that's an empath.
Y'all got to watch out for that. I ain't crying for everything now. I'm going to tell you what else I cried on, but I'm going to tell you off camera. No, it was cartoon. But no. But anyway, guys, look, this has been a great show. Tracee, how can the people find you personally? And you can also give the nonprofit information one more time.
Sure. So how you can find me personally on my social media feeds is Tracee Speaks, and Tracee is with 2 E's. And how you can find our nonprofit on socials, you can go to Disrupt Gives. It's Disrupt Gives on all social media platforms, and also our website, disruptgives.com, because what we're doing, we're disrupting the way people see housing instability in the state of Texas.
There it is. So, guys, look, I'm going to take y'all through the steps right quick. Get your phone out right now. Go to Google disruptgives.com.
Yes.
At the very top, it's a donate button. Make sure you guys donate something.
Something. No donation is too small or too large. We taking everything.
There it is. The kind that jiggle and the kind that fold.
We taking it out.
We taking it all, right? So,
electronically, we got Apple Pay, we got PayPal, we got Google Pay. We taking it out.
Y'all got it all. Y'all need ATM like the church guys down the street.
You might got that at the office.
Okay, there it is. Y'all got it right there. So, guys, look, I hope you got the information from Tracee, man. I hope you guys tuned in and enjoyed the conversation that we had. You already know where to find me. I'm at Culturally Distinct everywhere. So if you Google Culturally Distinct, that's me. You might see, like again, you might see me on Tubi. That's me. I might have a different face on Tubi. You know, they have different things going on over there. But guys, again, I'd like to thank you guys for coming on. And Tracee, I appreciate you for coming on the show.
And thank you so much for having me. It was such an entertaining conversation. And you're going to come over here so I can get them dimples.
So you know how they got, like lashes and they have like hair extensions? I got fake dimples. You know, they doing new.
They do that. They do that. But yours is real. Yours is real.
I painted them on. Like
no, you did.
Yeah. So shout out to the fake dimples. You know, in 2024, I'm outside. Anyway, guys, we got to get out of here. So look, Tracee, one more time. Give me information one more time.
DisruptGives.com on all social media channels. Tracee Speaks. And also, I just want to give a shout out. If y'all need any type of PR, She Bridges PR. Hey, go look my girl up.
I got you. I'm not going to say her name. Shout out to Bridget. Shout out to Bridget. Guys, look, the word of the day is advocacy. Make sure you guys, look, give what's been given.
I love that.
Give what's been given. If you've been a blessing, be a blessing to somebody else. I'm not preaching no more, guys. I got to get out of here. This is your boy, DJ KO. Much love. Peace. And that's a wrap.